Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're looking at something that feels like a masterclass in time management, but it's disguised as a workout plan.
It really is.
We have this incredibly detailed blueprint in front of us. It's called Day 6 Home Cardio and Endurance Boost.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't just, a list of exercises. It feels more like a structural strategy. It promises maximal cardio output in the time it takes to watch a short sitcom.
Well, what's so compelling here is the integrity of the plan itself. It's designed around limitations, which I find fascinating.
What kind of limitations?
Zero equipment needed. You only need a tiny bit of space, like 2 by 2 meters, and you're guaranteed to be done in about 25 minutes.
Our mission for this deep dive is to really break that blueprint down.
Exactly. To get into the rationale behind the timings, the exercises, how does it actually burn calories and boost your stamina so quickly?
And I think for you, the listener, that constraint is the entire appeal. The barrier to entry is practically zero. You don't need a gym membership. You don't need any bulky gear.
Yeah.
You just need to understand the strategy behind these 25 minutes.
Precisely. And that strategy, it kicks off with preparation. Phase 1 is what the source calls the essential warm-up blueprint.
The first 5 minutes.
The first 5 minutes, and the instruction is, well, it's explicit. It just says, never skip this.
Never skip it. I like that.
And this phase isn't just about, doing a few stretches. It's about achieving a specific physiological trigger.
Okay, what kind of trigger?
A slight sweat and an elevated heart rate before the main work even begins.
I appreciate that the source doesn't just, waste time with basic passive movements. The 5 warm-up exercises are very specific.
They are.
We've got marching in place, arm circles, hip circles, some easy jumping jacks, and then torso twists, like a giant lubrication routine.
That's a perfect way to put it. That's the core insight here. It's almost like preventative medicine. By making the movements purposeful, lifting knees high in the march, getting that full range of motion, you're strategically activating major muscle groups and increasing blood flow. It's a smooth transition from resting to active mode.
So it minimizes the risk of injury when things really ramp up.
Exactly.
Okay, so once that 5 minutes of focused prep is done, you've got that initial sweat. We pivot immediately.
We pivot hard right into phase 2, the main cardio circuit. This is where the intensity really shifts to explosive power.
This is the engine room.
This is the engine room, yes. It's about 15 to 18 minutes long, and the effectiveness really comes down to the structure.
Which is, 3 to 4 rounds?
3 to 4 rounds of 5 pretty intense exercises, and the customization is built right in for you.
Right. So if you're a beginner, you just stick to 3 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're more intermediate or advanced, you push for that 4th round. But I have to ask, the rest period between these rounds is only 30 to 45 seconds.
Yeah, it's short.
Isn't that just a recipe for burnout? Is the goal sustainable performance, or are we just trying to redline the heart rate?
Well, that's the thing. That short rest period is the absolute key to the endurance boost.
Wow.
If you rested for, say, 2 minutes, your heart rate would drop too much. You'd lose that conditioning stimulus. By keeping the rest short and mandatory, the plan forces what we call active recovery.
So your body is recovering but still under a bit of stress.
Exactly. Your cardiovascular system has to handle that recovery stress. It has to process lactate, all while still being active. And that's precisely how you build stamina in a very time-efficient way.
Okay, let's detail the 5 movements in this circuit. Each one is performed for 45 seconds. And it seems like the sequencing is just as important as the exercises themselves.
Oh, absolutely.
It starts with jumping jacks, but with a full arm reach.
Right. And then the sequencing gets tactical. You immediately hit the lower body with high knees, driving them up to waist height.
And then that's followed instantly by the complementary movement, butt kicks, heels to glutes. That pairing feels really smart.
It's brilliant for efficiency.
Why is that pairing so critical?
Because you're hitting antagonistic muscle groups one after the other really rapidly. High knees work your hip flexors and quads. Butt kicks hit the hamstrings and glutes.
So you're maximizing blood flow and muscle recruitment without needing any weights.
It's a physiological shortcut to burning calories and activating muscle. It's very, very efficient.
Okay, then it shifts. The 4th exercise moves into core stability, mountain climbers. And the instruction here is very specific.
It is. Keep hips low, drive knees.
That note, keep hips low. What's the deal with that?
That's what elevates this from just a generic cardio move into a deliberate core strength exercise. If your hips rise up in the air, you're just using momentum.
Oh, okay.
But keeping them low forces your entire core to engage, which dramatically increases the return on investment for those 45 seconds.
Got it. And to cap it all off, the fifth movement is air punches, or shadowboxing.
Fast punches, light footwork, it's just an explosive, high-cadence burst to get you to your max output right before that rest period.
And anyone who has tried to do that for 45 seconds straight knows how quickly that time burns.
Oh, it's less about simple cardio at that point, more about mental resilience.
And then you hit that 30-second active rest, just walking or marching in place before you have to plunge right back into the next round.
Exactly.
So after we've finished those 3 or 4, let's be honest, punishing rounds, we move into the final phase.
The cool down and recovery, the final 5 minutes, this is like the neurological payoff for all that work.
The focus shifts completely here, doesn't it?
Entirely. We go from muscle exhaustion to controlled systemic deceleration. And just like the warm-up, this cool down is structured with a very clear purpose.
So the first 4 minutes are dedicated to flexibility.
Right. Moving through specific stretches, hamstrings, quads, shoulders, and a full minute for a chest opener.
And the instructions are precise. Hold each stretch for 30 seconds per limb, keep your back straight on the hamstring stretch, pull your heel to your glute on the quad stretch. It's a real-time investment in muscle relaxation.
It is. And the source doesn't just leave recovery to chance. It reserves the final minute, the very last minute of the entire 25, solely for structured breathing.
And the timing is specified right down to the second. Inhale for 4 seconds, exhale for 6 seconds. That's a deliberate physiological command, isn't it?
It's the ultimate signal to your nervous system that the work is over. That prolonged exhale, the 6 seconds, that is textbook parasympathetic activation.
So it's actively telling your body to calm down.
Yes. It optimizes recovery, lowers the heart rate in a controlled way, and it stops stress hormones from just, lingering unnecessarily. It's the mechanism that makes the whole thing sustainable.
So when we put this whole blueprint together, what's the ultimate takeaway for you, for the listener?
I mean, you have a routine where every single minute is strategically accounted for. It's not random. It moves seamlessly from preparation to a customizable peak output and then into essential recovery.
It's the structural integrity that makes it work.
That's it. What elevates this above a standard routine is that integrity. Every single movement, from that first high knee march to the final 6-second exhale, is timed to maximize your cardiorespiratory system's response within that tight 25-minute window.
It's a highly efficient system design.
It really is.
And that structural precision is so noteworthy. If we connect this to the bigger picture of, say, overall endurance and stress management, just think about that final instruction.
The breathing.
The breathing.
Yeah.
The source uses that 4-second inhale, 6-second exhale ratio to maximize recovery after 25 minutes of really intense work.
Absolutely. It's applying a structured protocol to our most basic bodily function to get a specific systemic result.
So for your final thought, consider this.
Yeah.
If applying a deliberate, structured breathing pattern can so dramatically impact your recovery and stamina after physical stress, how much could simply practicing that specific 4-second inhale, 6-second exhale pattern when you're just sitting at your desk, or maybe stuck in traffic, impact your congenital stress levels and your baseline physiological endurance every single day? That efficiency could extend far beyond the workout itself.